Trackwrestling.com here in Cleveland, Ohio, 2018 NCAA Championships. North Carolina head coach Coleman, Scott Coleman, 8 Tar Heels. Congratulations. Just your perspective on how things have gone this season and the excitement heading into this weekend.
Yeah, you know, it was a tough year. Had a lot of tough dual meets, but you know, I think the guys were prepared, and it showed at the end of the year. You know, having 8 guys qualify, you know, most in 19 years or so. You know, but that's you know, just the start of it. They had to get here to achieve their goal, and you know, but that's not our end goal. It's just getting guys here. You know, we need to put guys on the podium, and not just one. We need multiple guys, and so we're getting closer and closer every year. And you know, I think that this was a big step for us to get this many here, and you know, I'm pumped for them.
Expectations these next few days. Obviously, you never know how this thing's going to shake itself out. You got Heilman at number 4, I believe, at 149, one of the leaders. But you know, what do you expect to see in Cleveland?
I expect fight, effort level high. You know, we got some guys that beat us earlier in the year, first round, and we need to overturn those matches. You know, and we need to be ready from the first whistle, and you know, we need to take the fight to them. We're not going to sit back and wait. And I can promise you, our guys will be ready, and our guys will go forward. You know, and so we got 6 unseeded guys. You know, so you're going to have some tough draws first round. You know, but that's the name of this game. You know, and they start this tournament, it's all equal. It's 0-0 on the scoreboard, and whatever the seed, the rank, it doesn't matter anymore. You know, and these guys are prepared. They've done the work. They've enjoyed the process coming through the year. They've had the adversity that they've had to overcome. Each individual is something different, and that's been the biggest thing for them.
You understand what it takes. You won a national title. What's something, looking back, Coleman, when you maybe evaluate yourself as an athlete from your perspective now as a coach, what's something you had that you did well where you look back and go, man, that was pretty special?
I just always believed I was the best, you know, not in a cocky way, but you always got to step on the mat and think that you're the best guy in the world, in the country, no matter what, and don't let that go out your mind just because you lose one match. You know, you still have moments where you got to say, okay, I'm the best there is, you know, and it should motivate you. It should lead you to greatness, and it should, you know, help you overcome things that are a struggle. You know, so that's where we're at, and these guys do believe that they're, you know, the best guy in the weight class and best guy in the country. You know, now it's just time to prove it, and you know, and it's a grind of a tournament. It's one of the toughest tournaments in the world just because of the grind of it, the 3 days, the making weight and all that. So, but they're ready. We prepared them this year with their schedule and all that. So I'm pumped for it.
What are you most pleased with in the state of the program right now? You guys are up and coming quick.
Yeah. You know, we're doing well. We're doing well. We got to get better. You know, each and every day we just got to get better. We got to keep recruiting, keep developing. You can't have one or the other. You got to have both. So we're in a good spot, and you know, like I said, we just got to keep getting better every day. Each and every day, got to get better. And us as coaches, us as athletes, we just keep growing together. You know, and that's the biggest thing for us is just you got to recruit, but you also got to develop. You know, you can't have one or the other. You know, you need both, and that's where we're at. And just getting the right kids for us, you know, for the University of North Carolina, and the kids that buy into our system and believe that you know, they are going to be the best, and their team's going to be the best. You know, because that's our goals. You know, so we're getting there. What
do you identify when you're recruiting as far as guys that fit what you guys are trying to do? Toughness,
grit, offensive. You know, kids that I love kids that are good on top just because that was me. That's where I wanted to be. But you know, I think you look for fight in kids, and you know, kids that can score takedowns. It's a lot easier to rein a kid in if he's a little wild, rather than teach a kid to go and shoot. So you know, just look for that kid that, and of course, there's just a full package of great character. The number one thing we look at, you know, is character. You know, so if they don't have character, if they're, you know, acting like a jerk, or so I don't like what they post on social media, then we're usually not going to recruit them. You know, and that's where it all starts, and then it trickles down. But as wrestling-wise, I want an offensive, moving forward kid.
Where have you evolved as a head coach, being in this new post, fairly new?
You know, I think you got to learn every day. You know, whether it's motivation, whether it's what brings the most out of each kid. You know, because every year is different, every individual is different, and so you can't have just one blanket thing. This is what we're going to do. I think you need to evolve with each kid. You know, you need to grow on the mat, off the mat. You know, let them see who you are off the mat, outside the wrestling room. You know, for me, I'm always growing. There's a moment every day that you can learn from, no matter what it is, no matter who it's from. You know, and I think that's the biggest thing that I can say I've stuck true to. I'm always looking for a way to get better. And that's, you know, my job really a lot depends on winning matches, but it also You know, taking 18-year-old kids and turn them into men who are ready for the real world, and getting a good college education. So that's what our focus is, and you know, making sure we have a high graduation rate. It's, you know, 100%, a good APR, and all that stuff. So we're moving in the right direction. We've done a lot of that and made a lot of progress. So I'm pumped where we're at.
What did you learn most about coaching and being in the corner last year?
You know, again, for me, it's a lot of, too, it's the ups and downs. You know, I got to deal with that. You know, the emotion that we feel as a coach is from every guy that steps on the mat. You know, they might feel their own emotion. Well, we feel every one of them, whether it's a win, loss, regrouping and coming back, and not showing the next guy that you're sitting in his corner that something that happened before. You know, so it's hard to do. It's hard to shut that off because you're frustrated or you're super excited and you don't want to be overwhelming with the next guy that you're stepping into. You know, so that's the biggest thing for me is just staying calm, because I'm a pretty emotional guy in that sense, and you know, I'm always going to fight for my guys and you know, be pretty outspoken about it. So you know, just containing my emotion, I guess, is the biggest.
8 Tar Heels. Try saying that fast 10 times. Here in Cleveland, Coleman, it's always a pleasure. Thank you much.
Thank you, guys.